Begin.
Your mom will always love you. My mom says that to me every day of my single life. She says that it doesn't matter what your dad says, it doesn't matter what your dad does, your mom will always love you. I don't have much left for family, but I don't take what I have for granted. My mom, Shani Christopher, has been in my life since the day I was born, and I know she always will be. My mom has always had the most impact on my life with her many qualities, the travels we have been on, and the advice she is always willing to give me. The first thing about my mom is that she has many great qualities. The first quality she has that really stands out to me is that she cares for others. Okay, back in her past, she actually worked at a funeral home, and her boss came up to her one day and asked her, "Why do you get so many casket sales?" And she says, "Oh, I just sell the caskets." And he goes, "Well, what do you mean?" And she says, "Well, when the family comes in, I know they're already feeling a lot of heartache, and they don't want to spend a lot of money on a casket." And so she says, "They're all the same thing. They're all exactly the same. There is no difference. The only difference is the price and what they look like. But they all serve the exact same purpose." And her boss goes, "What? Are you crazy?" And she goes, "What? It works, doesn't it?" Another thing that shows that she really cares about other people is right now her profession is she actually owns 2 homes for the disabled and elderly. And she really enjoys doing that and running those. Another quality about my mom is that she's really passionate. And the reason that she's passionate is because she used to run a lot when she was younger, and she ran a lot of marathons. But then she had us kids, and that just kind of fell down the tubes. But last year, she started running 5Ks again. And she just had a huge party anniversary of her 1 year of running a couple months ago. And recently, she just ran her first 10K again. And this week, she started marathon training again. So I really look up to her for that, because that's really cool to always be able to go back to it, even though she's getting kind of old. Another thing my mom is really passionate about is teaching us what's right and wrong. And honestly, a lot of kids these days just can't tell the difference, and she thinks it's really important to deal with it. Another thing about my mom is that she's always there for me. She will come to every single one of my sporting events, no matter what, even if she's sick. The only time she's ever missed them is if someone is dying at her work or if she's in the hospital. She also cares for me because if I ever have a homework problem or something that I can't figure out, she will make me do it by myself. I will be in tears, and she can just say, "No, you're smart enough to figure it out yourself." And that shows that she's just really passionate about who I am and like what I can do. And so my mom has many great qualities, but we've also been on a lot of trips together. The first group of trips we've been on is running trips. We go on running trips all the time. Let me tell you, I don't really like running, okay? But it's for my mom, so I always go running with her. And so we always go to the cities, and we've been out of state a few times for running trips. We've also been around the world together. We've been to Europe and a lot of islands, and we've been to South America. Traveling is a really good way to learn, but my mom has also taught me a lot of things herself. If it weren't for my mom, I think I'd probably be in a lot darker place than I am now. She tells me that I always need to be myself and don't hide who I am, because she thinks I have a really strong personality, and it doesn't matter if people don't like that. Another thing my mom has taught me is to always stay away from the mainstream. And it shows nowadays, because a lot of kids are into drugs and alcohol, and I just think that is wrong. And she does too, and she makes it very, very clear. My mom has been a big impact on my life, from the great qualities she possesses, the places we have traveled, and the advice she gives me. There are not many people in my family I'm close to, but the one who has always been by my side is my mom. Even though I may not have much for a family, I know my mom will always be there for me. Your mom will always love you.